short today. Feels like I fell 1,000 times. Nothing but doubt to flood my mind. 'Cause sometimes it's hard to remember why I ever started racing with my dreams. A restless December, feeling I was meant for more than I believed. I'll never surrender, rather try and fail and fall 1,000,000 times. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I know as close as I am now, I will struggle, I will shout. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. I swear I meant to do this. I'm told that love would never lie. Where my head has met my heart and they are beautifully aligned. But sometimes it's hard to remember everything I've done that's brought me to this space. I started with embers, now a raging fire is burning in its place. I'll never surrender, rather try and fail and fall 1,000,000 times. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I know as close as I am now, I will struggle, I will shout. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. I know as close as I am now, I'm on my way. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But they've been living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape.
Good morning, coffee beans. How are you doing this morning? It's a Wednesday. We've made it halfway through the week. I think some weeks that's an accomplishment that should be celebrated. So we're going to celebrate. All right. So we don't have like any like earth-shattering major dropping news. We went over the whole lawsuit that dropped where what was her name? Hang on a second here. Let me go back to my notes. Where is it at? Here, let me get back to my notes. Andriana Lee filed a lawsuit against different members of OTK and OTK itself. So on Dave's show last night, we also got we also went over the news about Ethan Klein, about how his MCN has, in his words, skimmed $620,000 in membership, subscriptions, whatever, right? Channel memberships, I guess, is the more appropriate term for it. But we went over all that. Ethan in his video showed the contract where they're supposed to get 100% of all YouTube revenue, but then there's a sub clause in there that talked about a 70-30 split of so I don't know. Guess what? I'm not a lawyer. I did not go to law school. I'll let the lawyers and all that crap figure it out, right? I think that's how we'll handle that. But we do have some things we're going to watch. We actually have a good story, a couple of good stories, some celebrations to do, I think. But I think the best thing to do is just kind of get right into it. And so first and foremost, we have discovered a new birthstone. It is called the coffee bean, right? And even though my birthstone is actually topaz because of November, I think I may actually adjust it to the coffee bean. I don't know if that's a possibility. I'll have to look into the, to see if that's possible. Could you imagine that? Just get a coffee bean, a roasted coffee bean, whole bean, and then just where they put it? What's that? Like resin? They put it inside a resin mold and stuff. Yeah, where that is your birthstone. I think that would work, right? I think it would be. Anyway, so it is that time of year. Instead, we have where it pollens overnight, and you go out the next morning and everything is yellow, right? I can remember when I was living in Louisiana. I hated this time of the year. I would be driving, going to next work site or whatever, and you would just see these billowing clouds of yellow haze, which it was pollen, right? This time of the year would literally kill me down there, the pollen, because they have so many pine trees down there. The pollen I would almost literally die. And it didn't matter, what kind of medications, nose sprays, you name it. I tried it all. It didn't matter. I would literally just, anyway. So last night, while kind of wrapping things up on DeadOnDave's stream last night, we were going to show, I was going to show the video that we'd watched yesterday about that Mitch had done on Pizzagate, right? And because Dave had got up and had to do something, so Matt and myself and Xylee were scrambling, right, to try to fill dead air, because you can't have dead air. Dead air evidently is a horrible, horrible thing. You have to be constantly talking, or you have to constantly be showing something, do something entertaining, right? Miles Broom says, you ever try to eat local honey to help with pollen? Yes. I took allergy shots for years and years and years as well, too. My allergies are a lot better than what they used to be. I will say that once I left Louisiana and moved back to my native state of Arkansas, I don't have as severe allergies as I once did. I guess because my body was better acclimated to the types of vegetation, pollen, tree pollen, flowers, all that kind of stuff that is produced here in Arkansas. So it wouldn't be wouldn't be as bad. But anyway, we was going to show that, and so Mitch called in and whatever, and so we, Dave let him. As Dave, Dave's generous about plugging channels or whatever. We went out to Shock or to Mitch's YouTube channel, Shockmouth, right? And he was like at 987, 86, somewhere like that. I think something. And I noticed it, and I said, "Really? He was only like I think he was like 13 subs away, so I guess it's like 87, right? I guess he's like 987 or something." I was like, sure to goodness, right? Sure to goodness, between the mush puffs and the coffee beans that were in chat, we could get Mitch to 1,000 last night. And so anyway, we pushed and whatever. And so anyway, Mitch is at 1,000 subs now. He's at 1,000 subs. Looks like even Slug got in there to help him out. And so you know what? Good. Get on Mitch. Get on Slug and Dave and all the mush puffs and all the coffee beans that went over and subbed to him last night and what have you. I don't know what Slug calls his followers. I don't know. I'll have to ask him sometime what does he call his followers over there. But yeah, absolutely positively tickled to death. Mitch is a very talented, he makes animations, he draws, he's a cartoonist. And he does a fantastic job, just really talented. And he's pretty entertaining. He's pretty comedic, right? He doesn't always know per se, I think, what's going on a lot of times in this sphere, right? This little umbrella of the internet over here that we all kind of exist under. But I think that I think that kind of makes him a little bit endearing in a way. He gets in over the now recording boys, and sometimes he's not quite up to speed and stuff. And I think that just like I said, that kind of adds to his his character, right? His stuff. I see streamers on Twitch. I see streamers on YouTube and stuff where they'll do these big long streams, these 12 hours, these 24-hour streams and stuff, in an attempt to garner attention, right? And some of them do really some outlandish things. Like I seen a thing the other day where a report where this guy played Fortnite, and he could not. He made a deal with his chat or whatever that he wouldn't play, or he wouldn't quit playing, rather, until he had I think it was like 1,200 kills or whatever, something like that, right? But here was the problem: every time someone donated bits, right, to his stream, it would reduce his kill count by 1. So I think for like 100 bits or 10 bits or something like that. I don't remember the particulars. I don't guess it really matters. But anyway, he wound up having to play for days upon days. Now, hopefully, it wasn't in the article that it didn't say, but hopefully he took some breaks in between, because you can't go for days and days without sleep. Your body just won't allow you to do it, right? But I guess the story here is creators do like a really lot of crazy, like they'll stream for a straight 24 hours, right? Or they'll do something like that. Well, this here is extreme extra Emily, I think it is. Extra Emily is what I guess she goes by. And anyway, she was doing a subathon, right? And as you can see here, one sub / prime is adds 30 seconds to her. Okay, so she is, I guess you'd call it like taped to this pillar, this wall here, right? And I think this is like outside of her house or apartment complex or whatever it is here where she's living. But you can see here it says one subprime equals 30 seconds. Water blame me equals $10 or 1,000 bits or 5 gifted subs. They'll throw eggs at her for $20, 2,000 bits or 10 gifted subs, right? And as you can see up here, she had some new subs. Say one was here. I was permanently banned. The latest tipper had tipped $10. And then we had someone looks. I think that's like 700 bits. So here's a little clip of this subathon.
When it like drips down the pole into my clothes.
Wait.
Yeah, the upper shot is deep.
It is
because
it
drips in.
I was thinking about the egg up there. That would really be.
Oh, that would be deep.
No!
What is
Why?
it?
Why is this reaction like where did you find that? No!
So I guess Ms. This is the OT, some OT guys, I guess, or something maybe. But anyway,
No.
because she's talking about Ms. as one of her dresses or something.
Like, go stop it.
Go stop it.
I have to go.
Okay, so the follow up on this is this is the streamer here, Emily, extra Emily. She is part of the OTK network. So maybe she's trying to get some positivity. I don't know if she was listed as part of that lawsuit or not. But OTK itself proper was. So, but you can see here where they've got her strapped to this pillar. It says, finished hanging on the wall for 10 hours straight. Highly recommend it. My body feels better than ever. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm glad your body feels better than ever. I don't know. So it kind of brings me to think. My youngest son has started streaming again, right? And he was asking me, he said, hey, because he calls me Pops, right? He says, or he calls me old man, one of the two. He uses them interchangeably. He says, what are you going to do when you hit 1,000 subs? I said, well, I'm going to be happy, right? He goes, no. He says, you have to celebrate, right? And I said, well, why do I have to? I said, why do I don't. He says, no. He says, you have to do something, you have to do something wild and crazy, right? He says, like, you should shave your head on air. You should shave your hair on air. And I was like, no, I'm not going to shave my head on air. So no. I see these people like, if I get so many donations, I'll dye my hair a certain color and all that kind of stuff. Look, guys, my wild and crazy days are kind of behind me. PeePaws don't do crazy things. I'm gonna just say, shave that head, Riv, straight razor. No, Voltage Mike, we will not be shaving PeePaw's head with a straight razor. I don't even shave with a straight razor. Are you kidding me? Let me tell you something. It takes some mornings, it literally takes all I have just to be able to hold a razor because of the arthritis in my hands, just to be able to shave and stuff, right? Anyway, I used to wear a crew cut all the time, so shaving my head is not a threat. It grows back. It's just hair. I don't care about all that, right? I tell you what, I'll think about it, but it would have to be like a deal where if I agreed to celebrate one case, whatever, and shave my hair on shave my head or whatever live on air or whatever, it would have to be like within a certain time. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have to be, it wouldn't just be, when we get to 1K, because crap, that could be sometime next year. You know what I'm saying? So it'd have to you guys would really have to push, and you guys would have to really market, for me. So I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll make a deal with you. How about that? Because I'm not above making a little wager every now and then, right? Okay. So today is the 12th. Today is the 12th of April, right? Yep. Okay. So I'll tell you what I'll do. And let's just see where PeePaw's at on the subs. Okay. I am at 676 subs, right? Okay. So, let's see, 1,000 minus 676. That's 324 subs. Okay. So here's what I will do. So 12th, okay, of April, May, June, July. If by the 12th of July, okay, so the 12th of July, right? April to May, May to June, June, July. Yeah, the 12th of July. That's 3 months. That's 100 subs per month. A little over 300 subs per month, right? But if you guys can get me to 1,000 subs by July the 12th, I will 100% shave my head with clippers or whatever, right? Some hair clippers or whatever, live on air. Okay? There's the deal. If you can get me to 1,000 subs in 3 months' time, so by July the 12th, then you guys have got a deal, right? So anyway, all right. So I saw this this next one originally. Tipster had tweeted this out, this video. This is one of these prankster channels that I don't, so some of these prankster channels are okay. They're harmless, whatever, right? Hang on. 2 mid podcasts quit your coping with here for PeePaw. What's going on, Voltage Mike? Hang on here. What do you mean? Oh, the broadcast and women recording are kind of going at each other. And well, it looks like to me the broadcast and women recording may need to go on now recording. So we'll have a merger of the 3 podcasts. I think that's what needs to happen, right? I think that's exactly what you need to do. So, let's see what, okay, hang on. What did Orson Welles? Joey Westside, my girlfriend told me I needed to get in touch with my feminine side, so I crashed her car, burnt her dinner, and ignored her for no reason. Oh my gosh. Orson. Lord. Oh Jesus, now that's too many people. No, I think so. I think so. I'll tell you what, after the stream, I'm going to tweet that out because, you know, it's been a little while since Matt and those boys over there have really had to be on top of their game. And I think having, let's see, there's five in the broadcast. And there's what, 4? Is that right? Is there 4 in women recording? Is that right? This is Purple Paw Prince, Sean Ree, Aussie, Wordsmithy, and Empress K, right? So that's just 9. That's just 9 women they'd have to deal with. And they're all mature, level-headed, men. So I'm sure the 5 of those guys could handle 9 lovely, very level-headed, beautiful, intelligent women, right? I think they can do that. They can't handle one woman, let alone 9. Well, I didn't say that, but the broadcast did say that. The official count for the broadcast. All right, so let's watch these dill hoes here, because what they do here is just it's horrible. In my opinion, it's horrible.
Do you mind if I just pay in the front? Sure. Okay, cool. Oh, she fell for it, bro. Excuse me, ma'am. Yes. Would you mind being in a video?
No, that'd be fine.
All right, so pick a number between 1.
So I'll say this: at least he was cordial about it, as far as asked her if she would be in the video versus just walking up and starting filming her per se. So I'll give him a little bit there, but what they do next is horrible.
1 and 10.
Let's say 7.
7? What's your lucky day? You just won brand new AirPod Pros.
Wow, you're kidding me. Really?
Yeah.
Free?
Yeah.
Why?
You won. Nothing. You won.
How come?
You win. Have a good one. Have a good one.
Thank you.
There's so much wrong with that. Part of me thinks that maybe it could have been a little bit staged, because here's the deal. I have bought enough electronics over the years from Walmart, and if they hand you something behind locked glass, they're not going to just let you go and pay for it up front. Okay? You either have to pay for it there in the electronics department, or if you've got more shopping to do, they will take it up to the service desk and they'll bring it over to you, when you're self-checking out, because that's all we have at my Walmart is self-checkout. So, then they'll bring it over, one of the customers or customer relations people, whatever, CSR, I think is what they're called, customer service representatives, will go get it, bring it over for you to check out. So a big part of me actually thinks that was probably a staged deal, but on happenstance that it wasn't staged, tricking an older person like that is paramount to, in my opinion, is paramount to elder abuse. And we have to stop elder abuse, people. As a person who's approaching the golden age, golden years, right? So I'm not quite an elder yet, but I'm like really on the cusp of it. This type of stuff, taking it, because older people sometimes, we don't, our gears slip a little bit, right? And so to take advantage of that kind of stuff, I think it's just wrong, right? It's just right up there with, these people that prey on them, right? Through these scams and calling them and stuff, right? So there's this other trend that's going around that it's theft. This is 100% theft, period. And the fact that these people are so brazen that they record themselves doing this and are bragging about it and think that it's something to, anyway. I got to turn that music off, but see, but anyway, they're walking around the Walmart. They're just getting stuff, whatever. Hang on. Now, did you see that? Hang on here. Was it, did I pass it up? Yeah. They got that poor little child, that baby, right? And they're teaching this kid that it's okay to do this crap. That is such things like this, quite honestly, and I don't say this lightly. I really don't. I don't say this lightly. I don't say this with any kind of joking. I'm being just as sincere and as just things like this need these parents, these guardians, whatever the scenario is, they need to be identified. The local authorities need to be alerted, and very possibly this child needs to be removed from there. Now, before you say, "Oh, but PeePaw, that's that's extreme." That's, you damn right, that's extreme. But they're teaching this child that it's okay to commit criminal acts. They are stealing, because you're not going to sit there and tell me that they're paying for this. You're just not. Right? Because their whole thing is eating free at the Walmart. Back when I used to go and actually go inside the, shopping or whatever, I don't do it anymore because, well, honestly, I just don't like interacting with people like that anymore. I just, people get on my nerves. And two is like, if I go into, around here, whatever, I'm not trying to be braggadocious or whatever, but I just know everybody. And so if I go in, I can't just go in and grab a loaf of bread or jug of milk or whatever. It's, you can't just go in and out is what I'm saying, because everybody wants to talk to you, right? They want to catch up with you. They want to, how everybody's doing in your family. They want, so it's, a 10-minute trip turns into an hour, right? And, but I'd see people go around to like the deli, right? And they'd get a tub of the popcorn chicken. And so they'd be walking around doing their shopping, whatever, and they'd just be popping them little chicken nuggets. Right? Hey, good morning there, Zali. How you doing, hon? And they would just be going through the store eating and whatever. I seen them go get a whole rotisserie chicken and be munching on it. Y'all, let me tell you something, okay? It's nasty. I'm going to tell you why it's nasty. Do you guys have any idea at all how many hands have been all over those grocery carts? Or when they're picking up the cans and they're looking, okay, do I want to, which brand I want? You have any idea how many cans and stuff have held those different objects and stuff? And then they're just eating. They're just eating. They're not washing their hands. They're not cleaning their hands. It's not like they got, the disinfectant, Clorox wipes and crap, right? In between. No, right? They're just eating, and they're what? It's just, y'all, it's nasty. So we got that going on here, right? We got that going on. Plus they're teaching that baby that it's okay to steal. I'm serious when I say this, and I don't say it lightly. Honestly, truthfully, I would hope that something like this would get in the hands of law enforcement, and they would find out who this mother was, and she would have to answer for this, right? And potentially that might mean she loses her child for a while. And I hate that a family can be separated or whatever, but y'all, this is not the way. This is not what you do with your children's. So this next one's come from the Daily Loud. Okay. So it seems here that says a rat in India was caught on security cameras stealing a diamond necklace out of a jewelry store. So let's take a look at this thing here. Let me blow this thing up here. Turn the audio on. I don't think there'll be any audio, but whatever. So there's the rat. That's a big flipping rat, y'all. I mean, that's holy crap. That thing's the size of a darn cat. Look at this. Oh, y'all. It came down there and just snatched that jewelry. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Let's watch that again. Was this thing trained? Why would a rat want a darn necklace? You can't eat it. And it's gone. Just like that. Good night. That is insane, y'all. Maybe cheese. Well, we've got this here. Inflation, food's so high, he may have had to take the diamond necklace so he could hawk it to go get him some cheese, right? I don't know, man. So this next, good Lord, this next one here, evidently there was a hiker. Here's what I don't understand. I'll comment on this afterwards, after watching this thing, right? But it says terrifying encounter between a hiker and a bear. Let's take a look at this thing. Let's see, listen here, y'all. That is a big bear. Okay, that's not your average, that's not a black bear. That's what you call a grizzly bear. It's a big brown, a grizzly bear. And that thing is probably a good, I'm going to say it's probably a good 7-8 foot tall, maybe something like that. Tall bear, because I mean that's just an estimate. But looky here, I mean, you see how he's essentially able to even with his four, I don't know what those things are called, his forearms, four paws, whatever this thing's called. He literally can reach around the entire tree. Oh hell no. Oh, hell no. That some bitch is climbing right up after him. Let me tell you something. When the bear can climb up after you, where the hell do you go? What do you do? Right? Well, kick its nose. Toxa says just kick the damn thing in his nose. Jeez. Yeah, I didn't think he's going to be able to climb too much further up, because typically grizzly bears, right, do not climb trees like that. They just don't have because their body mass is so huge that they just don't have the sustaining power to be able to now, like a black bear, them jokers will flat shimmy up a tree, no problems. Now here's my question. So we know there's a guy sitting here recording this, right? So how is the bear just messing with this jack here, not even acknowledging the other dude over here recording? And his answer is to record this thing while his buddy's trying to shimmy up a tree to get away from the bear. That ain't no kind of friend to me. Now, as a friend, he'd be taking a rock or a stick or something, throwing it at that peck of wood to get him away from him and take off a running. But now it's more important to sit there and let's record it, and they'll get a viral video of it, whatever, right? This next video, I don't think I have to, hang on. Voltage Mike says, what? He says, oh, why did you retract your message, Voltage? Oh, Abby says cocaine bear. I don't think that's a cocaine bear, Abby, but it might have been. I don't know. Voltage Max says, bro, you're not safe up in a tree. That bear can climb better than you. Well, no, not grizzly bears. Grizzly bears typically can't climb that high. They like that one, it can climb so far, but it's not going to be able to climb, much higher than that. So the guy actually did the smart thing by getting up in there. I said, I'd rather just trank it than anger it trying to kill it. Oh, no, you could listen, unless you've got some sort of like mega gun there that, you're not going to just kill that thing. You'd have to have some serious firepower, right? Yeah, they got, Abby says that the grizzly bears got they got that big butt, they drop it down low, So, anyway, this next video I think is self-explanatory. This next video, guys, is a cautionary tale for all you men out there with spouses or significant others, because this here is how you basically take your life into your own hands. That's right. Get him, mama. Get him. Beat him about his ears. He's too old for that mess. He is too old for that mess. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Good night. What was that guy thinking? He's too old for that mess. That'd be like me out there trying to dance with Shakira or some craziness. That ain't happening. Get out of here with that mess. Get out of here. Okay. Oh, this next video, y'all, straight up, I feel this guy's pain. I feel his pain. So this guy's in one of these sports stores. I don't know, like a Dick's Sporting Goods or something like that. And it's one of those not recumbent, what do they call that? Where you get in this thing and you hang upside down, right? But this guy has all kinds of problems.
Oh, God.
Why did you... Seriously? Come on. What is up with this? What is? I'm not having no problems. Here we go. Oh, look at this guy. He come clear out of his shoes, y'all. Come clear out of his shoes and just fall and busted it. How embarrassing.
I can still do it, and I'll whip it out when I need to.
Hang on, what is this? The broadcast tipped at $5, says, have a great stream, PeePaw. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's aggravating. Why one though? Okay. So we have a Waffle House story. We haven't had one. We've had a little drought on the Waffle House news, but this is a good one, right? So it says 8-year-old Kazan Hunter changed his waiter's life by helping him raise $100,000 after finding out that he was living in a hotel. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information on this here. So let me do this. Let's see if we can dig up a little bit more. Well, this makes this even better. Hot damn. Look at here. An Arkansas, my state, second grader raised more than $100,000 for Waffle House server. He's nice, he's kind, and he always gives me high fives. This is an 8-year-old Arkansas boy on a mission to help his favorite Waffle House server buy a car, galvanized an online community, raising more than $110,000. Kazan Hunter is only in second grade, but he knew about GoFundMe campaigns from watching philanthropist Mr. Beast on YouTube. Well, there you go. When server Devontae Gardner shared with Hunter and his family that he walked to work or had to get a ride, he immediately begged his mom to set one up. Every day I'd say, Mom, go fund me. Mom, go fund me, Kazan recalls. Kazan's mom, Victoria, said Gardner had asked for advice on where to buy a reasonably priced used car. He had been saving up and he was ready to make a purchase. Was one of my favorite it was one of my favorite conversations they shared. Devontae was our server and he kind of stood out, Kazan remembers. Victoria Hunter said Gardner and her son just connected. The two bonded over jokes. Kazan would tell Gardner he loves to get Devontae laughing. Victoria Hunter said, he's nice, he's kind, and he always gives me high fives, said Kazan, whose favorite order is scrambled eggs with cheese, hash browns with cheese, and a tea mixed with lemonade, also known as an Arnold Palmer. Gardner feels the same about Kazan. He's a positive young kid. He has a very huge heart, and I'm thankful he came into my life. When Victoria followed up on his car search a few visits later, she and Kazan learned that Gardner had a setback. The apartment he was living in with his wife and two young daughters had black mold, and they were forced to move into a motel because they were sick. Victoria had initially resisted Kazan's request to set up a GoFundMe for Gardner, but hearing about his dire living situations felt too familiar. In 2019, the Hunters had to move out of their home they were living in because of black mold. The entire family was forced to give up all their belongings. Victoria was hospitalized. I thought I was dying, she said. Victoria Hunter said the moment she heard Devontae say black mold, nothing felt like an accident. I said, okay, Kazan, you were right. Let's do this. So they started GoFundMe and set out to raise $5,000. The page which Kazan helped write said Devontae is a hardworking dad with two girls and a wife. He's a dedicated worker and has to walk or get a ride to work every day. Devontae is one of the most joyous and positive people you've ever met. He always greets us with the biggest smile. Kazan hoped they'd raise enough to surprise Devontae at work with a car, or at least the money to help buy the car. But local media caught wind of the story and surprise was ruined. But the media coverage exploded and helped them blow right past their $5,000 goal. Victoria said she couldn't believe it. We thought once we hit our goal, people would stop donating. The donatings have not stopped. And on March 13th, the fund is up to $112,358. The media attention hasn't stopped either. And Victoria says she's now acting like a surrogate public relations manager for all of Kazan and Devontae's requests. But she's immensely proud of her son. We raised our kids to be really good humans. That's what we're here for. The world and life is hard. Anyway. So, you know what? That is such. And here's a link to let's go check out the GoFundMe page here. It's up to $118,380. Wow. How sweet is that? See? That's Devontae got a family car. This was on the 17th of last month. Thanks, you all. This was possible. Thank you for matching Kazan's act of kindness. So they got him a little minivan for him and his wife and two daughters. Look at that. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, look at those two little children. So sweet. That's awesome. See, it's stories like that just blesses my heart, right? That just blesses my heart. Yeah. It's never too late to show a little kindness to somebody, right? Never too late. Wookie Z, it'd be funnier if they didn't give him the cash influenced by his second favorite YouTuber, Jake Paul. Well, Wookie, you're just too damn cynical for TV, dude. You're just too cynical, man. So. Anyway, so my buddy Max. Everybody knows that D Max and I are buddies, right? And sometimes D Max and I, we get to talking. Yeah, Joey, Dan 240p's back. He called in yesterday. We had a nice little conversation. I'm glad to see him back, and I hope he's continuing his journey. He wants to become law enforcement, and I encourage him. I hope he continues to work towards his goal. I hope he gets there because we need some really good police officers out there. You know what I'm saying? And so hopefully your commentary son. D-Max is not my commentary son. But he's something. He is something. He put up a picture. And I don't know how to think about this. So I don't know, guys. It says he found this in the kitchen and felt compelled to share it. Be nice, Twitter. That is an extremely young D-Max. And he's got his Brony t-shirt on. Now, y'all, I'm going to need your help for a minute. What do we feel about a brony? I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I honestly don't know a lot about this whole brony thing. I don't know. Is this something that should be bullied about? I don't know. I kind of think maybe a little bit of bullying is warranted, maybe. Abby says, ask him to sing the new Waffle House song with his Jonas Brothers looking ass. Super Smash, but with less streams. K-Huck says, bronies are a mixed bag sometimes, but Toxic says, time to disown your son, Max. Listen, here's the thing about fathers, and he's not my son, and I'm not his daddy. Sometimes, sometimes you just have to ask yourself, was this the right move? And honestly, I don't know. I don't know. We are going to have a conversation, I feel like. I do believe a conversation is going to be warranted about this. So, I think everybody in chat at some point in time has had a tweet that maybe has went off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little meme or a little joke or something that you post. And the minute you post it, immediately, right, that this is going to be a banger. That this one is going to just go through the I'm not disappointed. I'm questioning, but I'm not disappointed. Because Max just doesn't seem like I have very limited understanding, right? I have very, 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 very limited understanding about the whole bronies. I don't know. Way of I'm very limited, right? But what little I do know about it, is questioning. I question their antics, right? Yeah, I'm kind of like with you, Rylan. I don't think Max really fits the brony thing, right? So, but maybe it was all a joke. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Back in the day when I first met Max, Max was kind of a jokester. You know, he was kind of a what the crap? He was kind of a trickster, you know, and he still is, right? But anyway, so sometimes, you know, when you're, there's already an artwork of it. Awesome purple. But anyway, sometimes, you know, when you go to post a meme on Twitter and stuff, you think, man, this meme's really going to bang, right? This one's really going to hit, right? So yesterday, Mitch's brony. I have not seen a brony cum jar. I have not. No. I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to. No, pretty sure I don't want to see a brony cum jar. But anyway, so yesterday, hey, how you doing there? Not your typical mom. So anyway, yesterday I was sitting and doing some work and stuff, and I took a little break and was just scrolling Twitter. And Augie RFC had put a tweet out, and it was a portion of the thumbnail from, I want to make sure I say her name right, because I really do like her work. Let me find her here. Akio Rules from her. Akio Rules. Do you guys know who Akio Rules is? But yeah. So she did a stream the other night, covering Edwin and the Savo stream and what have you. And I haven't. It's like a 6-hour stream, so I haven't gotten all the way through it. I'm probably about halfway or so through it. But I've been listening to it off and on, and but anyway, she had done this thumbnail, and Augie had tweeted the thumbnail out. And as I was scrolling through my Twitter and that thumbnail came up, I was like, "Oh my Lord!" Right? And then my mind, which is a beautiful thing, by the way, my mind is a wonderment, and really needs, after I'm gone, it needs to be preserved in some way. But my mind hearkened back to a YouTube video of olden days by the lovely Trisha Paytas. And all of a sudden, I had this great idea for a meme. And so, boom, I tweeted out this tweet. I said, who wore it better, right? Edwin or Trisha when she did her, what was it, like 1,000-layer cum challenge or whatever it was, right? I was like, who did it better? Right. My phone, because I have alerts set up on my phone literally started going just crazy, right? So it got a few retweets, got a few quote tweets, got a couple of likes, even got a bookmark. Someone bookmarked it for whatever reason, right? But it's been seen a little over 3,000 times. And everybody was like they said, oh, it's like I did Edwin wrong. I'm like, I don't think I did anything anyone. I didn't draw the pictures. I just put the two together and asked a question, who wore it better? Right? So, you know, You know, hey, you know, some people want to ask me questions and they want me to respond to these questions. And I'm working on a response. That's what I'm going to say. You know, I'm working on a response. I'm going to answer your questions. Maybe, just maybe, people might want to second guess asking PeePaw what he thinks about things. You know? You know, that's all I'm going to say. Kind of like that old Angie, you know, if you don't want to know the answer, you shouldn't ask the question. Oh, like Leon asking me yesterday if I saw a certain video? Yeah. Yeah, so Ruined Leon was streaming yesterday. And I hopped into his chat and was, you know, because honestly, I've been watching some of the YouTube videos that Leon had been putting up recently. Let me just find his, where is it at? Here we go. We'll just go to his channel. Okay. All right. So I've been watching some of his videos over here on Ruined Leon, right? The professional shit talker. And I honestly like his videos. I like his delivery. He has fairly decent takes on things. I actually agree with a lot of what Leon says, right? And when I hopped into his chat yesterday and was talking, kind of, you know, engaging a little bit, whatever. And he was like, you know, he goes, "You're that old white dude, right?" He's like, "You would be liking my videos." I said, "No, I do like your videos. I find them very entertaining. I like the subject matters and stuff that you cover and talk about. I think it's good. You know, Leon is if you're not watching Leon's videos, if you're not aware of Leon, I know there for a while he was doing he did some streams and stuff with Xylee. I enjoyed those. You know, Leon is a character. I was giving him crap yesterday. He was cooking some chicken wings on air, in his air fryer. And so he's sitting there seasoning them up, and I'm like, hold it. Now, I know Leon is from Louisiana, right? Because he revealed that on one of Xylee streams that I was watching. And I'm like, I said, "Leon, how are you fixing chicken wings and you're not putting no seasoned salt on them chicken wings?" And I said, "I got to pull your Louisiana card, my brother. I'm sorry. You cannot say you're from Louisiana and not be using chicken wings." Now, he did redeem himself a little bit because he had some onion salt or onion powder and garlic powder and some paprika. So he redeemed himself a little bit there, but he didn't have that seasoned salt, that Lowry seasoned salt. And he's like, "Well, you know, where I'm at, they don't have none." I'm like, excuse me? And I think he was talking, he had Chris the Narc, no less, because Chris was streaming over, I think it was on Kick or something. He was playing Destiny or whatever. And, you know, and so Chris was like, "Dude, they've got Amazon delivery, whatever, right?" And then I think that's when Leon told both of us to shut up or some nonsense. So, anyway, exactly. Lowry seasoned salt. Listen, y'all, if you're going to be cooking, you've got to put some seasoning on your food, right? You got to have the Lowry seasoned salt. You got to have a little black pepper. You got to have some paprika, some onion powder, garlic powder. You just got to have it. That's just a good basic seasoning blend when you're seasoning, your meat and stuff to cook it. I don't care if it's chicken. I don't care if it's pork chops or a pork roast, a beef roast. It don't matter. That's just a good basic seasoning blend to put on your, anyway, but no, I like Leon and he's a cool dude. But the dude asked me, had I ever watched that video back in the day that, the two girls, one's, involved a, cup. Well, hell yeah, I saw it. I mean, come on. Right. I didn't watch, but just a few seconds of it because I literally was like sick to my stomach. But, I mean, I don't think a guy my age can't say, well, come on. Right. So anyway, Toxic said Leon needs to treat his meat with respect. Yeah, exactly. Treat the meat with respect. Exactly. Oh, Lord have mercy. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for us today. But listen, I thank you all. Thank you for the donations, broadcast, and all your support. Thank you guys so very much. Make sure you guys go over. Where is it at here? Zottie's got a stream that she's going to be doing this evening. Looks to be like 8 p.m. Eastern. Looks like she's going to be talking about one of her favorite content creators in the whole wide world, Just Pearly Things. We've also got, let's see what else here we got here. Let me pull this up where you guys can see it. The broadcast has got a thing coming up. What is that? This evening at 5, where they're going to be talking about Creator Clash, Lana Pierce, Steven Tyler, and some other, what else we got here? And Mysterious T, Trishy Land. So, make sure they actually dropped a video that they recorded. It says Toaster Boy, the Dalai Lama, and a possum walked into a bar. So make sure you check that out. That was they dropped that last night. I've got a lot of stuff to watch. Bottom line, I got a lot of stuff to watch. The Now Recording Boys, they dropped a video. Where is it at? Let me find it. Where is it at? Now recording. Did I overlook it? I didn't think I overlooked it. Did I? Maybe. Did they pull it back or something? Come on, where's it at? Where's the now? There it is. Here it is. Now recording episode 71. The Jalen cycle goes up in flames. They dropped a video there as well. It's an hour and 45 minutes. Like I said, there's a lot of content, guys, out there for you guys to go and check out and watch today. We got a couple of things coming up. Like I said, we got a Zodi stream. We got a broadcast. Looks like live stream that's going to be it's a premieres. Okay, this one's a premiere, so it's a pre-recorded one. I didn't see that before. My apologies. But anyway, a lot of stuff out there, a lot of entertainment. Of course, the DeadOnDave stream from last night. I thought it was a good stream. Was pretty good. Of course, you can see there's lots of creators out here talking about the BBTV issue, and it wasn't just Ethan Klein. There were some other creators and stuff out there that also got taken in as well. Had the same kind of a contract with them as Ethan did. And they were doing the same thing, taking the 70-30 split on channel memberships. So I'm not a lawyer. I don't know about all that stuff. I'm sure that the lawyers will get rich and there will be, I'm sure, some sort of resolution. I did see where Ethan said that the MCN has released their channel. So they're no longer partnered with that MCN, which means, And the whole reason why he explained why they were even doing it was because when they first got to the ability to monetize themselves, he and his wife were living in Israel. And so the AdSense is linked to the country of Israel, right? Which means I'm assuming that they would have to have money deposited into an Israeli bank. Well, then they'd have to deal with, I'm sure, taxes in Israel, as well as the hassle of trying to then get the money routed into the U.S. where they currently reside, which means they'd have to probably pay taxes yet again. So I'm sure they were trying to minimize their tax exposure, right? And so with an MCN, it was never sent to, it was not having to be sent to to Israel because that's where the AdSense was. And it was just being sent straight to the mirror. So I know that Ethan is not a sympathetic person, and I don't particularly like him either. However, irrespective of my dislike for the man, if he had a legal contract, if he's owed the monies, right? If this was not some sort of just typical shady contract stuff that can exist, you know what I'm saying? So if this was actually this company doing some shady stuff, pay the man the money that you owe him, right? Period. It's to me, it's just that simple. My dislike for him and for what he does has no bearing on that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. So hopefully that gets resolved and he gets that taken care of. Because quite honestly, I didn't even know MCNs were a thing anymore. I thought those had died out years and years and years ago, because they garnered such a bad reputation for misdealings with YouTubers back in the day, around 2015, 2016, maybe even 2017 a little bit. MCNs were really doing some bad stuff to creators. And, so anyway, listen, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day. I don't believe there's going to be I don't believe there'll be a Dead on Dave stream this evening. We usually take Wednesdays off. I may come back this evening and do something. I don't know. Also, just imparting real quick before I get out of here. Let me go back here. Let me find it here, because there's one thing I'm going to ask you guys to do. I ask a lot of you guys, I know that, but I'm going to ask you for one more thing, okay? This is K-Huck. And K-Huck is starting to make take some actions to where, to start making some content and stuff, right? She seems like a really sweet person. She's always been very gracious and to me in my dealings. She's got 98 followers on Twitter, guys. I think that we can 100% get her up over 100 Twitter followers. That's a good start. We could start there, right? There's her Twitter. Just put that in the chat. If you're not following her, please consider following her. And K-Huck, don't forget to get with me this evening after you get off of work, and we'll get that stream element set up and stuff. And so we'll go get you streaming, or we're going to get you making content, right? That's our goal. So K-Huck is going to start making content. I am very excited about that. I think she has a wonderful voice. When she did her session over on the broadcast, because she was trying out for one of those positions, I found her storytelling very riveting. But there again, I'm a kind of a true crime junkie, So let's throw a little love and support behind K-Huck. Let's get her to 100K or to 100 subs, our followers on Twitter. We can get going there. And once she gets her channel up and going, we'll shout it out here and we'll get her some subs there too, right? Because that's one of the things that I want to always do is I want to make sure that some of these smaller creators that are really good are not being forgot about, right? Sometimes I think they can get overlooked. But on that note, there's some of these smaller creators that, quite honestly, need to be overlooked. Y'all need to do better, okay? Y'all need to do better. I need to do better at times too. I know that, right? But if we don't start holding ourselves accountable, and if we don't start, getting ourselves to kind of pull ourselves up our own bootstraps, right? Then we're going to go the way of the dodos, right? We're going to go extinct. And I don't want that. So let's make sure and continue to champion some of these smaller creators. Let's continue to encourage it. And let's go have a great day today. And on that note, guys, remember, keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny papers.